Hello and welcome to Alpha Bites. Alpha Bites is our midweek taster of Alpha, where we take the opportunity to interview various people that have done Alpha. And tonight we have Emily Swinburne.
Hello.
Hello, jazz hands there, Emily.
Yes, jazz hands.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, very well, thank you very much.
So formal.
It is very formal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about your journey through Alpha.
Yeah.
But before that, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do.
My name's Emily. I'm married to Mike and I have two children, Lacey and Ruben.
Me and Mike, I don't know if anyone saw it, but on Sunday, Mike, Emily's husband, co-hosted the service. We were talking about how great your baristering skills are as well.
Oh, thank you.
You serving our coffee house in the week, don't you? Making flat whites and so on.
I do.
You do make a good one.
Thanks.
Although you don't drink coffee yourself, do you?
No, I don't. I don't think I've ever actually tried it because I don't like the smell. I can't get past the smell.
Can't you?
No.
Is this off Mike or the coffee?
A bit of both.
Emily, I didn't know till we were chatting the other day that you actually did Alpha yourself.
I did.
And how long ago was that?
About 20 years ago.
Wow, Emily, you don't look old enough.
Oh, thank you.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
So how old, if you don't mind divulging, how old were you at the time?
Probably around 15, 16.
Wow. So what led you at that time to do Alpha? Was it just something to do, or was there more to it than...
I think at the time a friend of mine wanted to do Alpha as well,
Yeah.
and so we decided that we would do it together, and they were doing a 3-course meal, which was very lovely.
3-course meal. Sorry, if you're doing Alpha right now at our church, we don't get the 3-course meal.
So yes, they do a really nice meal, and then we just get into groups and chat and stuff. And I think we're both. I'd been a Christian for a while.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'd been a Christian for a while, and it was just good because I knew that it would look at the Christian faith and perhaps answer some of the questions that I had or not thought about asking.
That's really quite interesting, because other people that we've interviewed have perhaps done Alpha and through that explored faith and become a Christian. You're saying you were a Christian before, but you still had questions that you wanted to look at.
Yeah.
So what difference did it make to you as a Christian doing Alpha?
I think quite often as a Christian you feel like you've got to have all the answers and you've got to know everything about the Bible straight away, and I think doing Alpha, it gives you that opportunity to explore not only the answer to some of them questions, but what you think about it and how it relates to your life, and how actually kind of what you think, or perhaps what you didn't know before you did know, and it kind of helps you build your relationship with Jesus because you understand his character a bit more and what he's got for you. So
brilliant. So coming out of Alpha, obviously quite a number of years ago now, but you're still here, still actively involved in church. This obviously something that was foundational for you then, that's had a lasting effect.
I think it's just been, I mean, life as a Christian is a journey, isn't it? And you learn things along the way, and I'm still learning now. Even being a Christian for many years, there's still things that I perhaps didn't realise, or perhaps I needed to do more of, and things like that. And so I think it's helped me along just to become my relationship with God to get stronger, but also to be able to be confident when I speak to people. This is what I believe and this is why I believe it. And I have myself taught, done Alpha with young people. In my job when I used to work with Youth for Christ, and when I've done the youth here, we've done that with the youth as well. So it's been great to have done it, to then be able to deliver it with confidence. Actually, this is what the Bible says. If that answers your question.
And I think it's brilliant, just to pick up on something that you said there, that as a Christian you never really stop learning, and there's always going to be questions, always more to discover. Like you said, it is a journey. It's not just a destination, is it? And I suppose a lot of changes have took place in your life over those years, and to know that Jesus has been a constant in that time.
And I think we all go through hard times, don't we? And I think when we go through hard times, that's when we often can sometimes question who God is, and question whether why you're going through this hard time. And actually there's a section in Alpha that looks at that, doesn't it? Why there's so much suffering in the world, and things like that. And I think it's just helps you in life to get a bit more perspective, because the reality is we're all going to go through some really tough times in life. I think we all do. We all go through different challenges, and what actually is a challenge to us might not be a challenge to somebody else. But you know, there's one thing that is constant, and that is Jesus in the circumstance and you know what I mean?
I do.
I waffled a bit then, didn't I?
No, you're fine.
I'm waffling.
That's a really good point, actually, and you know, and it is one of those massive questions that people ask, and it does come up in Alpha, and it is addressed in to a degree that, you know, why does God allow suffering? And it's what we learn in those times, isn't it? Oh, it's brilliant. No,
I would definitely recommend it, even if you're at a place where you don't know if you believe in God or not, because actually it gives you that opportunity to explore what you believe and explore the Christian faith, and to see whether, you know, what you think about it. And actually I think you do learn stuff.
Yeah.
And it's good to learn, I suppose.
It is always good to learn. And, well, appreciated this conversation, and just to draw on a couple of things that you've shared. I think, you know, being a Christian shouldn't prevent us from asking questions to discover more. And the fact that you did Alpha as a Christian, it's brilliant. And going forward, you know, it might be that you've got questions as a Christian. Explore those questions, look what the Bible says, pray about it, ask people around you who are solid and grounded in their faith. And
we don't always have the answers, do we?
No.
No. I think sometimes when you ask a question, it makes another person think, oh, actually, I don't know what I think about that.
Yeah.
And then you can discover it together, what God says about your circumstances or a situation that you're going through, or the world, or whatever it is.
Yeah. I was talking to someone the other day, and we were saying how a lot of questions were thrown at Jesus. We read in the Gospels, and sometimes he answered those questions with a question.
Yeah.
And it was really to stop people in their tracks to consider, really, what are you saying? What do you think?
And I suppose one thing that I suppose for me as a Christian as well is, when you do Alpha and things like that, you've got to be prepared to be challenged on what you think.
Yeah.
And that sometimes can be hard, because you're like, no, it's this and this, but I suppose you've got to have an open heart to actually challenge your own thoughts about things, because you might discover that what you thought perhaps isn't who God says he is, or you might challenge somebody else to actually how they think about it. So I suppose just be prepared for the challenge, maybe.
Yeah, brilliant. I love that. Good thought to finish on. Be prepared for the challenge. And Emily, thanks for sharing some of your journey of doing that Alpha and how it's impacted your life. And do get in touch with us if you're interested in finding out more. You can direct messages, or you can email our office at oasischurch.co.uk. And we are now, I think, 4 weeks into running Alpha at Infusion Coffee House on Wednesday evenings, and it's been great to see some of those big questions coming out as well. So keep asking the questions, keep discovering more.
Yeah.
Emily, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We appreciate you, and we appreciate your time, and we also appreciate your baristering skills.
Thank you.
No flat white, sadly, today, but
no.
I'll have to get myself to Infusion Coffee House tomorrow.
No tray bake either.
No tray bake, I'm sorry. It's just so disappointing.
Penny, you need to get him with some tray bakes.
I'll fly you next time.
Yeah.
For now, though, thank you, Emily. Thank you all for watching and joining us tonight. Take care. God bless.
Ta-da.
Bye-bye.